This will change civilization. My colleagues were not interested in this work because they didn't want to understand this. The pharmaceutical industry does not want us to teach how you can heal yourself. The universe is made out of energy. Energy is like waves in the water that is in fact actually energy moving through water. This is how energy waves interact.
If I take the chemicals of a brain that is stimulated by stress and put those chemicals in a plastic petri dish with my cells, you know what? The cells stop growing and they begin to die. You know what? There's an old saying called fear kills. And I go, yep, there's a biology for that.
I drop two rocks from the same size rocks from the same height at the same time, and they hit the water. And the waves, the ripples are in phase and they come toward each other. The question is, what happens when the waves meet? When they're in phase, the wave is more powerful. It is called constructive interference. There is an opposite effect. This time I drop the two rocks from the same height, but I drop one before the other. And the ripples come toward each other, but they're out of phase.
The reason why is the chemicals released by the brain in fear shut down the growth of the body and shut down the immune system. And you go, why would it do that? And the answer is simple. Let's say you're being chased by a saber-toothed tiger.
One wave is going up, one wave is going down. Two waves can interfere and cancel each other out. This is called destructive interference.
And I say, you have, here's the amount of energy in your body, 100%. I say, how much of that 100% do you want to allocate to run away from that saber-toothed tiger?
You have all experienced this in your life. So let's say it's Saturday night and you have to go to a party and you're tired, and you meet some people who are in wave harmony, and the waves are in harmony with you. And your energy and their energy in phase gives you more power. And then you are walking around on your feet, on your toes, very high, constructive interference.
100%. I go, yeah, so what does that mean? Well, I say, well, the body was using energy for things like growth. And you say, well, I'm an adult. This is very important. I go, yeah, but guess what? Your body's made out of about 50 trillion cells. And every day, your body loses hundreds of billions with a B, hundreds of billions of cells. Normal attrition died. Red cells are dying by billions. But by the second, you're losing billions of cells.
You are in a scary place, and you feel the energy go. What is going on is there's energy in the field that conflicts with you, and it cancels your energy. Destructive interference. All animals and all plants communicate with vibration. The gazelle doesn't have to go up to the lion and say, "Are you my friend?" Because at the distance, the energy could be felt, and the gazelle will not go there because of bad vibes.
I say, important point. How can I stay alive if I don't replace the cells? I say, then it says you have stem cells, and they're the equivalent of embryonic cells. So every day while you're losing hundreds of billions of cells, your stem cells are dividing and creating hundreds of billions of replacements. Every day you're growing.
When we were young, we're taught to be sensitive to the vibrations. We would not find ourselves in bad relationships and bad places. But we are usually told not to go by our feelings, but to listen to what people have to say. Language was designed to hide feelings. So the point is, all organisms communicate by vibrations and know if they're in a good place or a bad place by reading the vibrations. But we humans have that ability, but are not trained to use that ability. But I will show you in a little while how vibrations change the proteins of the body. And the proteins give us our structure and our function. So the vibrations can alter our health and our biology.
So, but what happens is you're being chased by a saber-toothed tiger. You have energy to replace those hundreds of billion cells. And you have a lot of energy. But I say, how much do you want to run away from the tiger? And Lewis, you said, all of it. I go, yeah. So I said, what about growth? I say stress hormones shut down the growth of the body to conserve energy to run away from the threat. So the moment you're in stress, you stop replacing the body cells. Well, that sounds like a very negative thing. If I need these body cells to live and I'm under stress, I go, but wait, go back to when the system was developed.
Are you made out of atoms and molecules, yes or no? Because if you are, then you are giving off light and energy, and you are absorbing light and energy. In the new physics, you are energy waves interacting with each other in the room right now. What's interesting is in medicine, we don't study energy. The reason is the drug companies sell chemicals, they don't sell energy. Medicine does not understand disease because it only focuses on the particles and on matter.
100,000 years ago, 200,000, a million years ago, I say, well, what stress did you have? I say, run away from the saber-toothed tiger. That's a big stress. See, but when the system was designed, that long time period ago, I said, well, what are the stresses you have? I said, well, okay, running away from the tiger. Says that happen every day, all day? And I go, no, that's an event when it happens. It's rare, but you run away from the tiger. And I say, well, okay, you escape the tiger. Now what? I said, well, no more stress. And then I go back into growth again.
So Newtonian physics said study only the body. And quantum physics says no. Quantum physics says matter and energy are connected. The new physics, we bring the mind, which is energy, back to the body. And the relevance is just from what Albert Einstein said.
So stress originally was only used for short intervals, just a short interval. Run away from that tiger, get away, I'm free, I don't have to have been stressed anymore, and I'm back to growth. Today's world is quite obvious. It's 24/7, 365 stress every day. The world is creating a stressful environment for us. So you're going to keep your job. You're going to have enough money for the food and pay the rent. Are you going to have friends around? Or are you going to lose your friends or whatever? Every day you're in these stress issues. And it's like, guess what?
So the mind is the field and it gives shape to the body. So what you are believing and what you are thinking changes your body. When we see people, like if I look at the audience or you see us, we see people as physical particles and machines. But that's an illusion because what we are interacting waves. That's why one person can affect another person just by being in the field. It's the same story. Science is now saying what I've been saying for 30 years is coming around now. 95% of the people should have a healthy, happy existence. So if you change your thought and your mind, you can change the biology. And the mind is the primary cause of illness on our planet today. We can create the world that we want, create